Welcome to Early Childhood Job Interview. Please start out by telling me about your experiences working with young children.
My name is Angela Jackson Lopez, and not only am I the mother of three, an 18-year-old and two 14-year-olds, but I've also worked at a place called Gateway, which dealt with chemically dependent children who were dependent on drugs and marijuana, either from their parents or self-choice. I've also worked in several different home daycares. I've owned a home daycare myself for 8 years, and now I own a daycare center, which I've owned it for a year and a half.
Tell me about how you utilize that developmentally appropriate practices, DAP, with young children.
The way that I utilize developmentally appropriate practices, DAP, with young children is that I ensure that each staff member in my facility and in each classroom have at least 5 different areas in their classroom dealing with the developmentally appropriate practices such as writing and reading, math and science, arts and crafts, dramatic play, quiet areas, manipulatives, block area, or train area, something to that nature.
What are some ways that you educate the whole child?
The way that I educate the whole child is through doing observations and assessments. I see what areas they need help in, and then I plan my lesson plan and activities according to that. Sometimes it's planned on an individual child. Sometimes it's planned on several different children or the group at whole.
Tell me about how you use observation and assessment in planning for the children. Give an example of how you have done this in your lesson planning.
Well, I'll go ahead and I'll draw up a lesson plan or activity that I want to do. I'll ask the children to give themselves choice. Sometimes I use 2 to 3 children, 3 to 5 children. It all depends on the group of children that's within the classroom. I'll observe them doing the activity that I have chosen, and I'll see the different areas that they may need help in or the different areas that they have strengths and weaknesses in. From that point, I'll go back and I'll go over my observation and I'll look and see how we can help them in the next activities that are planned. Sometimes I plan it again around individual or sometimes around the group at whole. I'm never biased. I always keep an open mind when I'm doing these observations, and I write down exactly what I see.
Please describe how you would include diversity in all children in your setting.
Well, the way that I include diversity in my setting is that I ensure there are posters up of our community workers. There are posters up of who the president is, who the mayor is, in the city that we live in. I also include that the children have manipulatives dealing with disabilities. I have posters of children in wheelchairs, crutches, black, white, Hispanic. We have a diversity of staff and children, and sometimes we do activities revolved around diversity and cultures as well as serve food based on that too.
Please tell me about the importance of family, community, and relation based care and example of how you have done this in your work.
Well, the thing about it is that family, community, and relationship based care is all wrapped up in one whole when it comes to me, for me. My personal beliefs is that in order to facilitate your child in their developmental growth, you got to include the family and you got to include the community. And you got to give account of the things that they're surrounded by, and so is the people. So, what I'll try to do is get the families involved, and I also try to get the communities involved too.
Okay. How do you think the whole environment is a factor in the child's education?
A child basically does what they see. So if they have a positive environment at school and at home or in the community, they'll do positive things. So the way that I make sure that that's incorporated into a child's environment as far as the daycare center is that we always give off positive vibes to the children. We always try to include family on things. We try to everything that we do at the school, we try to send it home with the parents so the parents can facilitate it at home because we work as a team in order to make sure that the children develop appropriately.
Okay. Please describe how guidance and interactions are used in early childhood.
For me, guidance and interaction are 2 things. Guidance is facilitating a child's developmental growth. I try to guide them into the right way that they should go in life. When we're educating them, I try to guide them with positive behavior, positive influences, and positive educational curriculum. The way that I interact with them is that when we're doing these activities, whether it be outside or inside, I always get down on their level, whether it's eye level or floor level. I'll get down and I'll play in the dramatic play area with them. I'll also play ball outside with them. Whatever they're doing, I try to join in and have my staff join in too as teachers so that they'll be able to watch us and then they'll be able to do what they see us doing.
Please describe how you utilize licensing policies, standards, or procedures in your setting.
Well, in our setting, we ensure that all of the rules and regulations of the Department of Children and Family Services of Illinois are all taken care of. We follow those guidelines because we want to make sure that not only is the children and their families okay, but we want to make sure that we provide safe facilities and habits for the staff as well. As far as the licensing policies and standards, we are not QRIS approved or we're not NACES approved, but we do work off the developmental guidelines that they have provided for us. That's something that I'm going to look forward to in the future and trying to become NACE approved or QRIS rated.
Tell me some ways that you use professionalism as an early childhood professional.
I try to always stay professional. If I'm in the office and I'm doing office work, I try to dress accordingly to office work attire, which is professional. If I'm in the classroom or I'm assisting on field trips, I try to dress it the way the teachers are, which are in our child care teachers, Granny Betty daycare t-shirts and jeans with no rips and things like that. I try to always use proper etiquettes and proper English when I'm dealing with the parents. I address all of the parents by their name and I ensure that each and every child and family and staff member in our care are under our privacy guidelines. We never discuss a family with another family, or if someone comes in who is not on the approved forms to be discussed, we will not discuss it and we will not let them know if that child or that family is enrolled in our care.
What are some ways that you can advocate for children and families?
Well, I belong to several different organizations, one being One Women of the Village and the other one being the NACE organization. For me to advocate for a child is a lot of my parents in my area are on DHS assistance. They're getting government assistance funds from the government to pay for childcare. So when times come when there are budget cuts, such as next month, we go to Springfield, we go to Chicago, we rally for those parents because I know how hard it is for a single parent trying to work and take care of children is. We also try to help families who are in need of food, who are in need of rides, shelter, things to that nature. I make sure I post information out on a parent board that it might can help them, such as women who've been abused and things like that. So I try to always keep the parents in the loop of what's going on in the community and refer them to places that can assist them.
Excuse me. Finally, do you have anything else that you want to share that will help us make a decision to hire you?
Well, for one, this is my second time enrolling in school. I've completed 3 of these classes so far. I have a total of 22 educational, early education credits, and then I have a total of 32 in all credits. I was going for political science, so I have some areas of strength in that. And then now that I'm doing early education and I have extensive background in dealing with kids in different areas, I think that I have a lot that I can offer to your facility. I thank you for taking this time to interview me, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Okay, well, that was a great interview, and we would like to hear from you soon. Thank you, and have a great